Hi guys, I see a lot of you asking questions about how to read a pattern, so I'm going to attempt to help you. Anyway, I'm making this pattern, and I use this pattern as a demo because it's got less pieces to it, and it makes it easier for me. You can make 3 shirts, this one, or this one, alright? And back here, it's going to tell you for what size you need. Like, I need a 14, so I need 1 7/8 yard of fabric. Okay, this tells you the width of the lower edge, the back length from base to neck, how long the shirt's going to be. Okay, and it shows you your 4 different styles there. Okay, so I'm going to set this over here for now. When you open up your pattern, you're going to have these directions in there, okay? It shows you which shirt you're making. It tells you exactly which pieces you need for A, B, C, and D, okay? Now let's go back to this. This is A, this is B, this is C, okay? And C and D are pretty much the same thing, okay? So it's going to tell you need pattern piece 1 for A and B, 2 for A and B, 4 for C and D, and so forth and so on. Okay? Now, on your sleeve, this is showing you your sleeve. For pattern A, you're going to cut there. C, you're going to cut there. B and D, you're going to cut there. Okay? But I'm going to show you, I'm altering this shirt to me. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. And number 5 is your neckline, so it's going to go on all your shirts. Right here, it tells you your pattern markings and exactly what it is, okay? That's why you've got to read your patterns, alright? These are your notches. These are your buttonholes. These are buttonhole markings. This is a fold line. This is a grain line. And this is going to show you where your bust line, waistline, hip, or biceps, and all that stuff goes. If you need to adjust the pattern, you've got a lengthen or shorten line, and I will show you that. Shorten, crease along the adjustment line and make a fold in half. To lengthen, slash in between adjustment lines, spread amount as needed, keeping pages parallel and tape over page. Cutting and marking. It's going to tell you exactly what you're doing. Lay out fabrics with one-way design or pile surface, because most knits have surface shading and a wide nap layout. Double thickness without a fold, and it gives you more information over here. Now, if I go down here, this is the directions for top A. This is the directions for top B. This is for C. This is for contrast C, which is actually what I'm making. This is also for contrast C. And this is for top D. And it shows you how to lay your pattern pieces, okay? Now, that's page 1. Turn over to page 2. This is a fabric key. Right side of fabric is your pretty side like that. The wrong side of fabric is that. Alright? Interfacing. I'm not using interfacing on this shirt, but hang on, okay? This is your medium interfacing. See all the little dots? This is also the iron-on type. That's got the sticky type. So, that's what interfacing is if you need that. Okay? And it tells you right side, wrong side. This shows you how to cut curves and how to trim corners. This is for like a collar. Okay? And this is for like a curved neck like the one I'm fixing to make. Here's your sewing directions for all 4 shirts. This is your front and back. Okay? And it's showing you what you're doing, how you're putting it together, how to make your hems, and so forth and so on. Alright, this is kind of the shirt I'm working on. I'll show you that in a minute. When I sew it together, it's actually going to get sewn like this. Alright, my back's going to go there, one front's going to go there, one front's going to go there. And then when I fold it, it'll turn out like this. And then my second page of instructions is going to show you how to finish off the sleeves on it, okay? Just like that. So, okay. So, this is for my neckband for all 4 shirts, okay? This is my center front. It goes to the center front of my pattern, okay? This is the center back for a size 14, which is what I'm doing. So I'm going to mark this line. And see, it's got your dots where, and it tells you what size. You're only going to mark the size that you need. Same with your triangles. I'm going to mark the size 14 triangles on both sides. Then you got to mark these. And this shows you where your grain line's going to go. Okay? Which is the direction that the fabric runs. Okay. This is for the back of A, B, C, and D. Okay? You need to mark, since I'm doing a size 14, I'm going to fold it over and trace this line all the way around. Mark all my triangles all the way around. My 14 dots. Don't worry about these other ones unless you're making those sizes. And my double notches and my double notches. And down here, it's going to give you a glossary. Tells you what your center back is. Your contrast and so forth and so on. Your crotch line. Crotch line's only for pants. Here it shows you your waistline. So that waistline, but anyway, it's going to basically hit right below my jean top. Alright, if I need to lengthen or shorten a shirt, this is my lengthen or shorten line. Okay? If I need to shorten it, I'm going to fold this over on the line. And I'm going to fold it up like that. And then I'm going to mark my pattern where I need it. Okay? This would have taken that much out. Now, let's say I need to lengthen it. I'm going to cut through my 2 lines here. Okay? I'm going to stretch it out if I need 2 inches. I'm going to lower this down 2 inches and then I'm going to tape them together. Okay? That way you still have the same pattern, just a longer version of it. Okay? So this is my back. See here it says center fold on back. What that means, like this material here is folded like that. This is your center fold on back, okay? This part here, if I can get it there, it's going to match up to that line all the way up and down, okay, like that. That's where your center fold on back is. Okay, so our next piece is our sleeve. Is for sleeve for all 4 shirts. You're going to draw your line, or this is your cut line, and these are your dots, and these are your notches. Alright? And you lengthen or shorten here on the sleeve. This is going to meet up to your bicep. Okay? Now, on these shirts, I'm making this shirt, but I'm using this sleeve. I'm doing it intentionally because that's the way I want it done. So, normally if I was making this C-shirt here, you cut here for C. But I'm not going to do that. I want to cut here for A, which is the short sleeve shirt. Actually, I'm not going to cut my pattern. I'm going to fold it up and trace where my cut line's supposed to be. Okay? And then I'm going to cut it that way. Alright, this one is the front for C and D. Alright? Front C and D. Alright? For D, I cut 2. For my contrast fabric, I cut 1. And I cut 1 out of the contrast. Alright? So I'm going to cut 1 out of this material and 1 out of this material. Okay? Make all your little notches and all your little dots and so forth and so on. And it too has the lengthen and shorten line. Right here. Okay? My next shirt, or my next piece, is my front overlay for A and B. This is this piece here. Okay? For A and B. If I'm making this shirt here, I don't even take this out of the package, or I put it back in the package, whichever you want to do. Okay? Now, this is also the front for A and B. This front is going to be this piece here and this piece here. I'm not using that. It doesn't apply to my pattern or to my shirt. Okay, now, here's what I'm doing. I am making this shirt here with these sleeves, okay? The reason why I'm doing it that way is I like short sleeve shirts, not long sleeve shirts. And this material, I didn't have enough to make a full shirt out of. This material here, I had enough to make all the shirt, the rest of the shirt, except for this piece. So I'm doing what they call color blocking. This has got my front piece. Then this is going to go down underneath it. So if you look at my pattern, this is this. This is this. Okay? And this is my back. Okay? Now, when I go to sew, all them little marks I showed you, you're going to see, they're really hard to see because they're white. I got one there, and I use soap to do this. One there. Then I got one there. And then I got one there. And those are going to be used to put my pieces together. Now, when everything is said and done, my shirt is going to look like this. Okay? When you sew, you got to put your right sides together. So, like, this is my right side. This is my wrong side. This is my wrong side. And this is my right side. So, this is going to match up to the marks on this. Okay? Your sleeves, it is extremely, extremely, extremely important to match your dots, or your sleeve will not sit right. Okay? And if your sleeve doesn't sit right, your whole shirt's going to be off. Trust me, I know from experience. So, back here, see I got a dot there. A dot there. You see these dots are going to match up. Now I got two sleeves together here, so it'll be easier to show you. This is going to match this. This one's going to match this dot. And then I'm going to have another one somewhere over there. Okay? Then when you're done, you're going to sew all the way up. You notice I didn't close my sleeve. You're going to sew all the way up, and your sleeve will be about here. And let's say it lays here. You're also going to sew this shut, which sews your sleeve shut. Okay? Here is my neck piece to my shirt. And you'll see I've got all my little markings on it. Now, I wrote CB for center back. And this way I can keep it straight. Okay, and this is also center back. I do that to make it easier for me to match my markings up. Okay, now let's say, and we're going to flip completely to a different shirt. You have a shirt that requires buttonholes. These little marks here are buttonhole marks. This is not anything to do with the shirt I just showed you. These are buttonhole marks, okay? This strip is out of this shirt pattern. So I'm going to have, on the front part of my shirt, I'm going to have the little X's for the buttons. And then I have to mark the center all the way up and down. That's what this dot is for. This is your bottom buttonhole. This is your top buttonhole. Or top part of the buttonhole. Okay? And it's going to give you how many ever buttons that you need on that shirt. Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5 on this one. But anyway, if you have a buttonhole shirt, that's how the buttonholes are done. And then you put it on your machine and you go through and do your buttonholes. Which I'm not going to try to do with this video. But anyway, comment below. Let me know if you like this video. Anyway, I'll see you next video. Later, guys.